What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, the official numbers for Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury pay-per-view buys have been released, and it's reported to do 775,000 pay-per-view buys. That's enormous for today's time. Seeing as though today's time we have so much piracy within the sport of boxing. Okay, the piracy within the sport of boxing is at an all-time high, and the piracy is taking these pay-per-views. Fans don't want to pay for pay-per-views, right? And so you put together a guy that has 6 total fights, none against a true official boxer, and another guy who has 8 total fights at the time, and 2 novice. Okay, that coming from, now Tommy Fury, he comes from a background, a family of boxing, right? But he himself is not a blue chip boxer, right? He was more of a reality star than he was a boxer. Okay. And then you put in Jake Paul, came from, YouTube, right? He comes from a social media background, right? YouTube sensation, right? And many people attest to their success, saying that, well, it's because of their, celebrity status outside the sport of boxing that has so many people intrigued. That played a part in it. But it also plays a major part that you have 2 guys that are, for sure, they have success outside of it. But alone, when you put them together, they did these big numbers. But alone, they weren't doing big numbers. Jake Paul didn't do 775,000 pay-per-view buys when he fought against Anderson Silva, who is well-known, UFC legend and icon. He didn't do 775,000 pay-per-view buys with Anderson Silva, okay? Jake Paul didn't do, massive pay-per-view numbers when he fought against another YouTuber, and he fought against other UFC legends like, Ben Askren, okay, and Tyron Woodley. He didn't do 775,000 pay-per-views. Tommy Fury is not doing 775,000 pay-per-views. Okay, Tommy Fury didn't do massive pay-per-view numbers, right? When he's on his own. The key to it all is that you brought them together, and together they did massive numbers. Okay, that's the key. So the key is, if Jake Paul is fighting against Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, Ben Askren, or other YouTubers, he's not doing 775,000 pay-per-view buys, right? When Tommy Fury is fighting other guys, he's not doing massive pay-per-view buys. They're not massive attractions. Jake Paul's an attraction, but not a massive attraction. The key is to bring them together. Hence the reason why it's important for Showtime to do the right thing. And I'm glad they changed their stance regarding undefeated 3-division world champion superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who has a record of 28 wins, no loss, and no draw, 26 big wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach, as he's going into the biggest fight of his career, one of the biggest fights of this year, against undefeated lightweight, junior welterweight Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia, who has a record of 23 wins, no loss, and no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. They both have celebrity status, right? They both are major draws. So you bring them together and promote it correctly, right? They should do massive numbers, okay? If Jake Paul and Tommy Fury can do 775,000 pay-per-view buys, okay, with the piracy going on today's time, well, that lets us know that there's something wrong with the promotion in the sport of boxing. Okay, because if they find a way, to go around, this piracy and still do these massive numbers, then there's something wrong with the sport of boxing. Because Tommy Fury, he has 5 million Instagram followers. Okay, Jake Paul has 3.3 million. So you bring them together, they got massive Instagram followers, right? But Tank Davis got about 4 to 5 million. Ryan Garcia got 9 to 10 million, right? So they're not doing shabby on social media and on Instagram. So therefore, right, there should be no shortage. Now, people are saying that it's going to break records. People are not interested in the sport of boxing that much for this fight to break records, right? But I expect it to exceed 750,000 pay-per-view buys like Tommy Fury and Jake Paul, because now you're putting two guys together that are not novice, okay, that have blue chip amateur pedigree, okay. Gervonta Tank Davis has success in the sport of boxing. Ryan Garcia has had success in the sport of boxing. Gervonta Tank Davis has accomplished things in the sport of boxing. And yet you had Showtime president of sports, Steven Espinosa, saying they're going to let social media promote it. You can't let social media promote it. You have to also be a promoter and promote the fight for it to be as successful as possible. Right? So you factor in, right? You factor this in, that you have two high-profile fighters. So Steven Espinosa says, we're going to let it be on TikTok. TikTok? If Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia don't reach the same status as Jake Paul and Tommy Fury, it's a huge failure. Huge failure. Because both of these guys are somebody in the sport of boxing. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury are novice. And I know, again, people saying it's the celebrity status. It has nothing to do with celebrity status. It has, well, it does have something to do with it, but their promotion plays a major part in this. It plays a major part. Again, people are saying Tank Davis has never done over 275,000 pay-per-views. Ryan Garcia has never done pay-per-views. But we expect him to break pay-per-view numbers, records, without a promotion, just because we taking two names and putting them together. Just because we saying, well, Gervonta Tank Davis is a superstar, Ryan is a superstar, well, we put them together, they should be able to do their own numbers and promote on social media. And then Steven Espinosa says, well, it's not going to be revolutionary. Well, that means you don't expect it to change the game. If you don't expect it to change the game, why are you attempting to do it? If it's not broke, why fix it? Floyd Mayweather is the gold standard in boxing. He's broken every pay-per-view record known to boxing. Why not try to attempt to follow his blueprint? Then Steven Espinosa says we may do a few all accesses. A few all accesses. What you mean you may be doing a few all accesses? No, you should be doing a few all accesses. It should be 3. It should be 3 all accesses. Not a few all accesses. It should be 3 all accesses. To promote this. When you looked at ESPN, they was promoting Tommy Fury and Jake Paul. 2 novice. Oddly enough, Jake Paul was with Showtime, signed a deal, and then that fell through. So we need them. This fight should be a success. It should be a huge success. It should do huge numbers. Period. It should be doing huge numbers. So I seen the brother Coach Malachi, he was saying that, can it compete? Can Gervonta Tank Davis compete with Tommy Fury and Jake Paul? That's a slap in the face. And the slap in the face, I'm not talking about Coach Malachi. It's a slap in the face to Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia that you have two novices that you competing with. Two novices. Because the promotion plays a major part in their success. Believe that. Believe that. If you take just there's celebrity fights that just took place. And their pay-per-view ain't doing no. Floyd Mayweather just did a celebrity boxing match. It ain't do 775,000 pay-per-views. And Floyd Mayweather is the biggest star in boxing. And there were celebrities on the undercard. Women celebrity boxing and fighting and all types of stuff. In the UK. I didn't hear it doing 775,000 pay-per-views. So, it's just a slap in the face, and it's disrespectful to Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, who are real fighters that began their careers as fighters. Tommy Fury, again, his family family lineage is comes from a boxing background and fighting background. Jake Paul's doesn't. And Tommy Fury is not known for boxing. He's known for his celebrity TV shows and his looks and things of that nature. It's just a slap in the face, man. And Steven Espinosa, they need to do whatever they can to make sure this fight is a success, period. And that's all I got for y'all. You ain't gonna hear nobody talking about the fact that Jake Paul and Tommy Fury did 775,000 pay-per-view buys in the mix of the piracy within the sport of boxing being at an all-time high. You're not gonna hear that, huh? But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.